I believe it was Lewis asked what your favorite thing about La Güera is, your favorite thing about Hillary.
Oh, Hillary.
Buenos dias from Puerto Vallarta. Today's episode, we are interviewing my mom. We're asking her your questions all about Mexico. If you didn't see yesterday's video, we asked her all these questions on the beach, but I lost the video. So we made up for it. We FaceTime her and recorded the video. So without further ado, here is what my mom thinks about Mexico. Okay, we'll get straight into it. You've answered these before, so maybe I don't know if you've thought any more since you've had a day or two to relax, but we'll start with Ed. We'll get right into it with safety. Ed asks, how did you feel about safety in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico?
Well, before I came, I was a little apprehensive. I don't think I was apprehensive about what I would encounter. It was more, I think the apprehension that I had was rooted in when you guys first told me that you were moving. And of course I was worried, and you guys have spoken before kind of about the negative stereotype, so I wasn't really sure what to think. But after going there, you know, I think it's in any place that you live, regardless of how big or small or what country, you know, there's always a possibility. But I felt really safe. I felt like the people that I encountered there were very hardworking, very proud of where they live.
How did you feel when, and you kind of touched on it a little bit, but like, what was your initial reaction whenever we told you we were going to move? I guess that was back in like a year ago, pretty much from now. It was like July or August of last year. What was your initial reaction to us moving abroad?
At first I thought you guys were joking. And as I mentioned yesterday, there was that kind of lull in our conversation, and you said, "No, Mom, I'm serious. We really are." So I was really taken off guard. I think was the first thing that I had to I experienced. I'm sorry, my second son.
Oh.
But I was, of course, you know, selfishly, I didn't want to see you guys go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was proud of the fact that you guys were willing to take that kind of risk. I don't think, well, no, I know at your age, I don't think I would have been able to make that kind of move. Yeah.
I'm sure someone else asked, so sorry if I missed a shout out here from one of you guys, but what was your favorite, best food you had your time here in Puerto Vallarta?
Oh, you know, I had people at work ask me that question today, and my response to them was exactly what I told you guys yesterday. Is I think I had the enchiladas, the fish enchiladas with the mole sauce, and just thinking about it makes me.
Okay, Ivan G asked. Let's say, I'll kind of rephrase this question. Let's say you have a coworker or friend who is, like their spouse booked a trip to Mexico or Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, but they seem a little apprehensive about it. They've never traveled. What's something you would tell them about Mexico or about your experience here in Puerto Vallarta?
I would say do your research. Obviously, I'm a little biased. You guys have your vlog, but I know from the people that I had encountered through both of you, most of them had been doing their research, so they had some sense of where to go, things to do, and I think in talking to them, their comfort level was increased, and so I would definitely say do your research so that you have some ideas of just logistically some things that you need to take care of, like, you know, going through the airport, for example. I would not have known. You know, just go through, don't get stopped by all the people who are trying to sell me something, for example.
Right.
So do your research.
Yeah, watch our videos, right?
Yeah, watch your
MDSTO Diamond. To Greg's mom, hi, I really hope you're enjoying your visit to Puerto Vallarta. What, in your opinion, seems to be the most cultural, shocking differences between the USA and Mexico? Do you find that the locals in PV seem to be more friendly than in the US?
Friendlier, I would say yes. Like, I was thinking about it today. I didn't encounter a single person while I was there who was rude or abrupt or felt like I was being rushed. And I don't know if you guys, the extent to which you appreciate that, or if you kind of take it for granted now because you're there every day. But I was very cognizant of that, especially having just returned from Europe. And I know when I was in Paris, I don't speak the language, and so there were several times when we went out to eat, and I could tell they were getting a little frustrated with me. But there, I think maybe we humored them a little bit with our attempts to speak Spanish. But they appreciated, number one, our attempt, and like I said earlier, I think the locals there are very proud of Puerto Vallarta. So I think that's extended to the treatment that they give tourists like myself.
I think it was Lewis, I don't have it pulled up here, but I believe it was Lewis asked what your favorite thing about La Huera is, your favorite thing about Hillary.
Oh, Hillary.
You've had some time, this is your second answer, so you've had some time to really think of something good.
If you had asked me when we were getting ready to go zip lining and she was trying to heighten my stress, I wouldn't have given you anything, but I'm past that. So I said yesterday that obviously the fact that she loves you is pretty high on my list, but her sense of humor, playfulness, Hillary doesn't take herself seriously, and she's just easy to be around.
You should see her face right now, guys. She's got some kind of weird mask on. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's a good one. So we talked a little bit about safety, and I might have to reorder it. But is your thoughts or perspective about safety in Mexico different after visiting than they were before?
Yeah, before the only thing I had to go off of, well, prior to you guys moving there, for example, was just kind of the portrayal in the news. Which for the most part I think is negative. I haven't heard a whole lot of the positives. Of course that doesn't make the news. And then I know you and Hillary, you were trying to make your mom feel good about the fact, and so you're reassuring. But like I said, I felt very safe there. I would say it was funny because there was no time where I felt like I needed to clutch my purse tighter to me. I wasn't worried about somebody trying to scam me or would do harm, or so. Yeah, my impression is a lot different.
Closing remarks.
Any closing remarks just about your 3 or 4 days? A lot of people saw the stuff we did, zip lining and snorkeling. So just any final thoughts about your recent 3 or 4 day trip here?
Well, so I'll brag on you guys a little bit. I've had some of my colleagues and friends who've watched the videos, and of course they knew I was there, so their interest was heightened a little bit to see how my experience was.
Oh, yeah.
Several who responded, and they said, "Oh my gosh, now I want to go. That's on my bucket list. I want to go zip lining. I want to go." So that was rewarding for me to hear that because of what you guys are doing, there are people who didn't know anything about the area who now feel inspired to visit. And, one of my assistant principal, he said that you guys need to start taking in boarders, and he volunteered himself to be the first one.
Taking in what?
Boarders.
Boarders?
Yeah, like people who paying rent to you.
Oh, yeah. That wouldn't be a bad business idea. We could probably make some money doing that. Just to give a shout out to someone else that someone emailed us today. Alan, I believe, is the name. Alan from England. You guys are here in Puerto Vallarta right now. I'm not sure how much we influenced you, but it made it seem like you came here because you watched some of our videos, and that's pretty crazy to me. And then Jeff Sprunger. Is it Springer? I think it's Springer. Sorry if I'm wrong. I think you just sold your house, and you're starting your journey to moving to Mexico here soon. So it's pretty crazy. It's weird to us that I feel like we've had any bit of influence. I don't know that we've made anybody doing anything, but I think people have some of these ideas similar to what we have, and then I think seeing someone else do it is kind of an easy, it kind of pushes you to the edge. Just like I read some books, and I feel like those gave me the ideas, and the more books I read about moving abroad and people our age working remotely, I feel like it told me if someone else is doing it, then it's possible.
So I'll leave you with a parting comment. You know, my birthday is in October.
Well, mine's in August.
I know, that was my gift to you, coming to see you.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks for joining us in on here. Hopefully you guys got some good answers from Mom, and hopefully she was just as entertaining as we are, which I'm not sure how high that bar is, but alrighty, bye Mom.
Bye, I love you.
Well, there you have it, my mom's thoughts about her trip to Mexico. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll do another subscriber Q&A sometime, maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks. We did one not that long ago, so we'll give it a little time. Important note, semi-important, we're gonna start doing a few videos completely in Spanish in addition to these vlogs. So if you can't understand Spanish, don't worry, I can't either. So we're gonna keep doing these English vlogs, of course, with Spanish interviews every now and then in the vlogs. I enjoy doing those. But we're also gonna start doing once or twice a week, we're going to do videos completely in Spanish. So there's gonna be one later today, so be on the lookout for that. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, click the bell that way you get notified every time we upload a new video. We'll see you tomorrow.